So I needed to get this video out today and just let people know what's going on with the economy right now. The economy it's fake, fabricated. It's all just garbage. All the lies of this, how great the economy is doing. I do want Donald Trump to win the next election. Not really necessarily anything to do with him. It's just so that the socialists do not become in power. They have set the stage, and it is dangerous for our whole country. So the dollar is about to lose its status as the Federal Reserve currency. That's what's at stake in this election. If the Democrats win, the dollar will lose the reserve currency status. It's guaranteed. They will piss our future away. Once we lose that, nobody even understands the consequences. I bet you 99% of the voting population doesn't even know what that even means and what that even entails. Okay? Right now, we control the whole world. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But if we give that up, we let the other countries dictate and decide what our future holds, okay? Now, some of the things that America's done in the past might not be the best. However, the average American, I believe, has good intentions for the world and the rest of the world and the other countries. I don't think most people want ill or harm for other countries and other people. You have to believe that most people are good. If you do not believe that very simple principle that inherently everybody is a good person being, then hope is lost altogether and nothing matters anyways. You have to believe in the average person, the average man, the average woman, everybody. If you do not just believe and take people's word at face value and at least give them a shot, then our society has no hope. We have no future and it's all lost anyways. So this is what I'm getting at, okay? The media wants to tell you that Donald Trump is this horrible person and he's disgusting. What has he done that's so horrible? We haven't went to any wars. We haven't blown anybody up, right? We haven't killed anybody. So think about that, okay? There's a reason why they want the power. Big defense makes a ton of money. There's people who need defense to expand. They need more money in the defense budget, and they want wars because wars are big money. Donald Trump hasn't engaged us in any wars, okay? Yeah, he's kept the defense happy by loading up their budget and building our defense, which is important. But he hasn't introduced us into new conflicts and new wars. Okay. The Democrats right now and the liberals, they don't see the whole picture. If they win the election, we're going to lose reserve status of the currency. We just started quantitative easing, whatever you want to call it, overnight repo madness, whatever you want to call it. We started borrowing money to banks overnight. And we've basically bought in treasuries from them to unload their balance sheet, the bank's balance sheet, so they can have more money to do business overnight. Otherwise, the whole financial market would collapse if the government didn't step in and do this, if the Fed didn't step in and do this, okay? So they've already started quantitative easing. What that means is basically we're already in a recession. It's already started. They have to go back to printing money and bailing out the banks. It's all just... I don't even know what to say about it anymore. It's a scam. Everything that we know is a scam. Everything the American people have been taught is a scam. When we bail out these banks, the banks don't take any ownership of their failures. The companies don't take any responsibility for creating a product that has no value. If You're creating a product that nobody wants. Why should we bail you out? That doesn't make any sense. You should go bankrupt so that we stop wasting resources and wasting manpower. Yeah, all those people need to find jobs, but they need to find jobs doing something that the public needs, okay? If you spent 10 hours making something out of paper that nobody wants to buy, I'm just using an example, you're wasting resources. You could be doing IT. You could be sitting behind a computer programming. We have a whole economy based on debt, and we're bailing out people and corporations. The Federal Reserve is bailing these people out. They're buying up assets. That is quantitative easing, and it's not going to stop. We're about to go into the biggest recession since the Great Depression, and I think it's going to be worse because of how big our debt bubble is. Our debt bubble is humongous, and the ramifications of what's going to happen when this all collapses is going to be disastrous. I think it's going to be something we've never seen in modern times. I think it's going to be worse than the Great Depression. China has over 1 billion people, I don't even know how many, and still counting, and they can't feed them all. They're struggling to feed them now. It's going to get bad, and it's starting to get worse, and you can start to see the signs of it. Banks aren't making any money, and nobody's making money anymore. Everybody's in debt, and they can't pay off their interest on those debts. So I don't know if it's going to be a world jubilee where everybody's debts are canceled so we can move on, but it's going to have to do with something to that effect, or get everybody's currencies to match up 1-to-1 so we can cancel debts that way. If the U.S. owes this company or this government owns this other government in a three-way circle, if it's all equal, they can cancel out equal debts. But the economy's starting to fall. It might last for a week or two longer, but there's no bailing it out. The amount of money that would be required to bail out all of these corporations who can't pay their bonds and can't pay their debts, they're all going to fail. Nobody has any more money to spend money. Do you have money to spend more money? Do you have money to go out and get more credit cards? Do you have money to go out and get another home loan? Nobody does. Nobody has any more room in their credit, okay? When you're at the end of a credit expansion, what that looks like is every citizen on average has no more room in their budget to attain more credit. So what that means is they can't spend any more money. If you can't spend any more money, the corporations that you need to spend money to can't survive. Everybody worldwide is going to start holding back their spending. A lot of corporations are going to go bankrupt. A lot already have. It's picking up, it's speeding up, and it's to the point, we've reached a tipping point where there's no stopping it. All the governments are going to do everything they can to try, but they cannot bail out everybody. There's no way. And why would we want to? These corporations are failing because they can't create a product that we need. If that's the case, why are they in business? We're not a socialist country where everybody just gets to make whatever and get paid whatever we just randomly choose an arbitrary number. If you don't create a product that's in demand, you should go bankrupt. That's how it works. Why should we bail out these companies that are worthless? Makes no sense. Some of these companies have been in business for over 10 years and they've never turned a profit. How does that make any sense? How are they still in business? Because of cheap money through government. I gotta go. Thanks for listening to my rant, guys. Have a wonderful day.